Hey YouTubers, this is my bushcraft bag, 72-hour bag, bucket bag, whatever you want to call it. It's a Everly stock half track. The bag with all the equipment without water weighs about 33 pounds, so that would be like 15 kilos. I can, like the setup is right now, I can carry 1 gallon of water, but we'll come to that later. Let's start with cutting tools. That's my axe, it's a Husqvarna. It's made in Sweden. For me it's about the right size. I tried bigger ones, I tried smaller ones. In my area it gets pretty cold up in the mountains, so you need a lot of firewood. So a knife is not enough, so an axe is very useful, at least in my area. I got a saw, Baco Laplander. It's an okay saw, not too expensive. A little bit bigger would be nice, but it's okay. Knife-wise, I only bring one knife with me, one big knife and one backup knife. That's the one I'm using right now. This one will rust, but it's okay, and a little bit of maintenance, why not? It's a good blade. Yeah, the one I used before was from Italy, FKMD, Nero. Very thick and heavy blade. You will not break it, but it's a lot of weight. And you know, try to travel light. So good blade, but too heavy. Maybe one more I would like to show you is the Benchmade. I'm sorry, I don't know the name, guys. That's a good knife. It's lightweight, not too heavy, also thick blade. I had a lot of fun with this too. Okay, let's start with the top. What I have in here is a petrol headlamp. It runs on 3A AAA batteries. Using this at work as well. It works. Easy to handle, not that expensive, never failed on me. I like it. My water purification kit. This is a Tasmanian tiger pouch, small version. I'm using the Sawyer Mini. It will filter down to 1 microns, and there are different ways to use it. What you can do is you can just plug it in here and use it as a straw. That's one way. Another way is you can fill this bag up, connect it to the Sawyer, and then just squeeze it out. You will fill it up with contaminated water and just squeeze it into your mouth or into something else, a water container. And for cleaning, just take this and get some clean water in it, and then you will just go ahead and flush the system with clean water and you're good to go. It's very compact, easy to handle, nothing can break. I like it. That's my first aid kit. It's just small, but for me it's okay. Yeah, just some water purification tablets, diarrhea tablets, blisters, thingies, and chapstick. For me chapstick is important because if it's cold and dry outside, you'll need that for your lips. And yeah, you can make for fire starting, you know, all that shit. Okay. Then here, that's where I've got my maps, a few maps, and my backup thingies and so on. So like my backup knife, CRKT, minimalist. It's razor sharp. It's pretty good for fishing. Well, I used it for that. Secondary fire steel, small one, something to write. if I want to draw or write something on my plans. Secondary flashlight also runs on AAA's, so everything runs on AAA's. That was important for me. And my compass. It's a silver compass with a mirror, so you can, if you get something into your eye or whatever, you can also use it. Okay, for water I have my, I hope I say it right, platypus, 2 liters, 2.5 maybe. That's about, yes. And I have a military drinking bottle over here, and these two together should be 1 gallon. I'm not sure, maybe, I'm from Europe, guys, so don't get angry if I'm wrong. I think it's 1 gallon altogether. And for cooking, water purification and so on, I have my little metal cooker. I had different ones, I had bigger ones, but basically that's all what I need. That's okay for me, I can live with that. Okay. So let's go over to the main compartment, to the side compartment of the bag. And here I got some toilet paper and hand sanitizer, because sometimes you can't find a river or a lake after you did your business and you don't want to get sick, so use it. Military poncho. Yeah, you can use it as a poncho, obviously, and you can also use it for shelter building, what I normally do. Then I have my military BB sack. It's a 3-layer Gore-Tex BB sack. You can throw it on the snow, you will not get wet. If it starts raining, you will not get wet. It's a good one. On this side, that's my fire kit. Let's see what I got in here. Yeah, I got some fat wood, Maya sticks, Kienspan. That's the stuff I like to use, because it doesn't matter if it's wet outside or if there's snow outside. For me personally, I can always make a fire with this. I can start a fire. I do have some char cloth. I don't know, for me, if it's wet, I tried it, I wasn't able to make a fire just with this. And if it's dry, I don't need it. So maybe I will remove it out of the bag. You know, I just like to play with all that stuff to start a fire and so on and so on. So what else we got in here? We got a light my fire, I think, fire steel. Yes, that's a very nice one, I like it. It wasn't too expensive. I used it many times, never failed on me. I will get me another one. Then just a regular lighter, also very important, you know. Magnesium fire starter, yeah, not that much to say about it. Some tampons. They are waterproof packed, it's cotton, so it's good for fire starting, or if you're bleeding, just throw it on there. Multiple uses. Some aluminium foil. Yeah, it's also for, if it's wet, just throw it underneath your fire, that you can start it, or if you want to boil water, throw it on there. It will boil faster and it will also keep the dirt out of it. My fancy little Snow Peak titanium spoon. Got some cordage, it's not paracord, I do have paracord in here. It's a little bit cheap but also very strong, you can use it for shelter building. Then I got my sharpening device for all my tools. Some duct tape, gorilla tape wrapped around the card. Shelter building, fire starting, blisters, etc. etc. My hobo stove from Bushcraft Essentials. It's a compact one. Check their site out. I think it's a good product. Bushcraft Essentials. Hobo stove. My spoon knife. You know, I don't know, I like to do something when I'm sitting next to the fire, and yes, nice little tool. Okay, that's it. So let's go over to the left side. What do we have in here? That's my Tamarest sleeping mat. It's 1 inch thick. It's like 2 centimeters or something. Tamarest. Because you will lose the most heat. You will lose through the ground if it's cold. So that's also important. Then I have, my language is called Flachmann, with 80% alcohol, with rum. You could use it for multiple things, but I drink it. So that's how we roll here. Okay. At the bottom I have my sleeping bag, and I put it in a waterproof Ortlieb dry sack. It happened, I didn't use this dry sack before, and it started to rain and my whole sleeping bag was soaking wet, so lesson learned. It's a Carinthia Defense 4. The comfort zone is minus 15 degrees Celsius, so that should be around 5 degrees Fahrenheit, probably. It's a good one, it's heavy, it's big, but it's important. Good sleep is important. Okay, let's go inside the bag. Yeah, I got some gloves. I do have some mechanic gloves, but they're pretty thin. I like them, but sometimes they're not thick enough. You will get blisters for if you chop wood for a long time. So I have some thicker gloves in here. They're cheap and they're okay. That's my food bag. I don't know what's in there right now. I changed, I think some travel lunch or something like that. Yes, some travel lunch, salt, pepper, sugar, different things, spice cubes, beef jerky. Oh man, I love beef jerky. It's so hard to get in our country and it's expensive, but man, I love that stuff. Great stuff. Okay, and some glow sticks. Yeah, glow stick. Some spare batteries, because all of my lights they're running on AAA's, so that's the only thing that I need. AAA's. Easy to get, easy to use. The birds, they're making a hell of a noise in my area, so if you want to sleep longer than 5 o'clock in the morning, you need some earplugs. Also, if it's really windy, it can help. For dirty laundry, get water, if you collect mushrooms, fish, whatever. Same with that, same story. Okay, in here, what we got in here? That's a little luxury item. But for me it's important, you know, to cut my food. It's not heavy, it's not big. You don't need it that really, but I like it. I keep it. Something for your butt. You know, if it's wet, if it's snowing, it's nice to sit dry and a little bit gives you a little bit comfort, and you can also use it as a pillow. It's not that great, but yeah, better than nothing. Okay, there's my coffee and tea section. It's nice to drink a hot coffee, hot tea in the morning, put some rum into it, you know. Good life. My hygiene kit with toothpaste, soap, yeah, you name it, it's in there. And a towel, keep it dry, towel. Some spare clothing like a hoodie, socks, underwear, beanie, t-shirt. Just keep it dry. If it rains, that you keep it dry, that's important. And then I have my paracord down here, 550 paracord. I don't know how much it is. It's enough for shelter building. So I guess that's it, guys. That's it. I really hope you liked this video. Maybe it helped you a little bit. If you have a comment, ideas, please leave a comment. I would appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys.